So a few people have been asking about this car, my Giulietta, and this is a little update video. So the last couple of videos have been out for quite a while now, and I've had quite a few comments, so thank you ever so much whoever's subscribed or even just watched the video and dropped a comment for me. There have been some very interesting ones, so thank you. So the main question is this car finally running right? And the honest answer to that is no. No, it's not running perfectly. So the main number one issue with this car still is that when it is really warm, it drops into a really lumpy idle state. By applying a little bit of throttle just after you come onto idle, if it does drop into that rough running, it sort of settles itself down and then it's fine. I've been using this car as my daily, and so far, touch wood, it hasn't broken down on me. So realistically, I'm at the point of just driving it daily and not spending any more time and money on this car, which I guess is a bit of an anticlimax for this whole build. The aircon's working nice and cold, which is perfect right now because we are in the middle of a very warm spell. It's practical having the 4 doors, and the boot space is pretty reasonable as well. And overall, it does handle very well and drive pretty damn good when it's not running rough. So in the last couple of months of daily driving the car, it's had an MOT. I put a couple of tyres on it because they were getting close, so I wanted that to be clean on the MOT front. So to address a couple of things in the last video in terms of getting this taken to an Alfa specialist within the UK, I did have quite a few comments suggesting a few places, and I really do appreciate that. Long story short, it's kind of been a little bit disappointing. So the first one I reached out to, I'm not gonna put names here, basically I've been up front with probably 4 different companies and basically said exactly what I have done, what I'm experiencing. And then I kind of set out a thing basically saying I'd give them X amount of hours for diagnosis at their hourly rate, and then to basically come to a conclusion, if they can, whether or not they have fixed it or what they would highly recommend going forwards. The first one basically shut me down and said because I've done loads of work on it, they wouldn't be interested in doing it, and they never make money on them, which I find very strange because I basically just said I will pay your hourly rate. So that one straight away was out of the pan, and that was my closest one to me. The second one I rang a couple of times, didn't get a reply, left a voicemail. They're pretty old school, and they didn't get back to me. So that was a little bit disappointing. And then one other didn't reply at all. The last one I tried was Alfa Workshop. I bought loads of the parts for the car when I was doing the cylinder head and loads of bits and pieces, spot on, and they were very fast. I genuinely appreciate their help. I was a little bit cheeky and just kind of said what I was experiencing and if they had seen it and maybe a bit of free information and help. Which they were very helpful, but still nothing so far has fixed this car. I've since purchased an AutoFix diagnosis tool, which is like the Autel equivalent. That's been really handy. I can have a look at a lot of live data stuff. And what I have found is that when it does run into the lumpy state, I can see that the camshaft for the exhaust is retarding quite a lot. So is that to do with oil pressure? Obviously, when it's nice and hot, your oil's thinner. I have replaced the solenoids and the cam gears, as you're aware, the variators themselves. I don't get a warning on the dash for any oil pressure issues. With that camshaft then retarding, that then makes it run really lumpy, and it almost sounds like a really heavily cammed. So like I've said, thank you ever so much for all the comments on the last videos of what you think to check or it could be. The throttle body has already been checked. A few people have said about that, and I've reset that. One comment that did stick out, and I did have to investigate, was a possible oil valve or oil return valve inside the cylinder head or on the main block. Basically on a couple of cars, there are these little one-way valves as such, and it basically stops too much oil returning down into the sump too quickly. Now there is a space in the block where I did think, oh my God, should there be a valve in there? I have looked back at my previous videos when I was doing the head and there wasn't anything in that hole. I did reach out to Alfa Workshop again and they did confirm that there isn't such thing on this car, but for a brief second I did think, bingo, that could be my issue. So going forward, what shall I do with this car? I mean, I think it's going to be a bit boring, but I'm going to absorb the cost myself and run it as my daily. Continue to do that. Financially, it is not really worth me selling. I've invested so much money and time in hours. I know this car pretty damn well now and what I've done. As I've mentioned before, these don't go for much money. Unless someone does want to buy it off me, then you're more than welcome to drop me a comment. But pure transparency, it would be sold as a project. although it is running for me and has done several thousand miles for me now. So that is the Alfa pretty much kind of done on the channel for now. I'm not really sure if I'm going to go much further with it, but if I do, I will obviously document it. I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is right now. And if it does break down or have a random issue, it can go in the skip. I am actually joking because I am enjoying it. So from the Alfa over to the van. So that leads me onto my Volkswagen T5 van, which I have done a few videos on, and that was my project last year. I love this van, but it is now in for a few bits before its MOT and a little tidy up. Stickers are off it, which I've had on it, and I'm going to do some nice photos, a little video section on this before it is actually up for sale. The van has been bloody epic. It is wicked. It is just so practical, but I do need to get rid of it to get some funds to go again on my next project or item purchase. So the first thing, nice and easy, rear number plate lights, replace those because the old LED ones are flickering and knackered. Next up was the surround on the left-hand mirror casing. I lost this when I had to dive into a hedge to make way for an oncoming car, and it just shattered basically. So new one of them ready for the new owner. Nice and simple, that just literally clips on easy. The next job I tackled was a set of front drive shafts. Now both the gators had perished and were a previous MOT advisory. Now I've run it all through the winter, so it's had quite a lot of dirt and debris and mud around the area. So I thought easiest thing was just to replace 2 whole units rather than tackling replacing just the boots, greasing it all. The van is 22 years old. I am doing this in 34-degree heat at this point, and I am absolutely saturated. I've never actually sweated this bad in my life, I don't think. Horrific. So whilst I'm down here now, I'm going to do a fresh little service on it so it's ready for the new owner. It just helps when adding to doing a sale advert. I think a fresh service ready to go just makes the world of difference. So I've got gearbox oil to do. I've done the drive shaft, so let's put some fresh oil in that gearbox, and then I've just got an oil and filter. The Halfords oil meets the certification, full Volkswagen, so happy days there, and then you can't go wrong with a standard Bosch filter. So that is the service done, nice and easy. Let's get it outside and do some photos and videos for the sale advert. So fast forward a couple of days, the van has had its photos done the videos, and it's also had its MOT, and that has passed with 0 advisories, so that is perfect from a selling point of view going forwards. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. A little bit of a hybrid between the Alfa and the van itself, but I hope you enjoyed the first little part of it, the little cinematic bit on the Alfa. Going forwards for YouTube, I'll try and do a new project. I'll keep my eye out, see what's available. Money-wise, everything's just so expensive. Equally though, going forwards, if you do have anything cool car-wise, bike-wise, and you'd like something filmed, drop me a message. I wouldn't mind filming other people's stuff and doing some cool like sort of cinematic things, or even like reviews and looking around cars and bikes. I am an open book, so drop us a message. As always, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.